Will you tell us, Parth, when to start? Okay. All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to session three of Women in SEO.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Good
Still
morning.
waiting for Maria to join, so that's fine. All right. And those of you who are joining us live from whether you're tuning in from LinkedIn or catching us on YouTube, again, hello and welcome. And love to have you here and have you as part of the conversation. So, any questions you may have, feel free to put them in the chat window. So today it's an interesting topic, and well, Malara and Path brought it forth, and I was really glad that they picked this as a topic for today's discussion. So today we are peeling back the curtain on career growth and personal branding. We are here in 2026, where business as usual in search has been completely rewritten, and I don't have to tell you that. Why,
Yeah.
right? So SEO isn't just about navigating algorithms anymore. Between AI-driven search, the sheer volume of noise that you see. Whenever I open up LinkedIn any morning, the noise around visibility, zero-click searches, how do we rank, how much traffic or conversion is getting affected, has all gotten replaced with how do we grow as practitioners as well, right? So that is also important. So
Yes.
today we are moving beyond the technical audits to look at the humans behind the strategy. And to help us navigate this, I'm thrilled to be joined by three incredible women because this is part of the Women in SEO part of the series that we are conducting. Three experts who represent the full spectrum of the industry. And you'll know soon why I say full spectrum of the industry, right? Um, Hi, Maya.
Hi,
Glad to see you.
hi everyone.
Hi.
So Sonal is joining us from Ahmedabad. She's a multimedia content creator and fractional content strategist. As a fractional content strategist, she represents the power of niche and the agility that is required to build a personal brand, right? So that speaks
Ye-
across mediums. And then
Yes.
we have Maria. I'll just stop for a moment for Sonal to say hello to the audience.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much to the SEO Talk team and Lakshmi for having us. And it will be really pleasure for all of us to talk not just about the SEO, but all around the woman in branding, in SEO, in everything, whatever they do. So I'm really glad to have you all today with discussions and not just for the SEO talk, but as I said, it's just women in discussions. So we all are here. Thank you so much, Lakshmi.
Glad to have you here, Sonal. Glad to have you
Yeah.
here. Maria Parth was telling me that you have a packed day. There is an exhibition to attend right after this event. So thanks for making the time and joining us here today. I'm guessing you're based in Munich, or are you traveling somewhere else for the event today?
I'm based in Munich. Hi everyone, I'm Maria. I'm based in Munich, yes, and now I participate on a speaker boot camp.
Oh,
So I will
nice.
write a
Good.
speech
Very
and
interesting.
perform on Sunday. So it's amazing, and it's also it fits very well with the topic of today. Yeah,
Oh, okay, nice.
it's part of personal branding and career growth. And sometimes, when you feel comfortable, speaking is a very good method um, to work on on those things for women in SEO.
Right.
Yeah.
Great. So, for the audience, Maria is the founder of Medica Consulting. If you look closely at her name, you will also catch why it's called Medica Consulting and Coaching. Very
Yeah.
clever twist on the name. Yeah. She wears two vital hats, helping ICF coaches become sustainable online coaching authorities and as well as acting as a career coach who empowers women in tech to build careers that actually fulfill them. And you can actually see from what she just said that, that's pretty much how her days are occupied now. So,
Yes.
and finally, we have Shweta joining us from London. Shweta is a marketing executive at 55 and 5, and she works at the intersection of research, content, and AI-enabled marketing systems. Shweta, that's a mouthful of terms for me. You will have to break it down as we get on into the conversation, right?
Definitely.
And if you want to know how to stay ahead of the tech curve, I'm sure Shweta is your go-to. All right.
Yes,
Uh,
definitely. Thank
Shweta,
you so much.
say hi to the audience and everyone.
Okay, am I audible to you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, thank you so much for having me here, and thank you, Lakshmi, for introducing me. I really feel welcome. And yes, I'm really excited for this conversation, and especially for women, and in March month. So let's go for it and let's talk on it.
Awesome. All right. And finally, my name is Lakshmi, and I'll be your moderator today. So today we aren't just looking for LinkedIn tips. All right. So we're looking for the why and how of the long-term career success. All right. So okay. Sonal, shall we begin with you?
Yeah,
Because
sure.
when I looked at your profile and the career transition that it has taken, I was really curious. Was SEO a deliberate choice for you, or did you just fall into the world of content and search? All your mom
Uh,
stories just got me hooked.
yeah, it's like, it's coming directly from the blood itself. There is nothing that I have experience called in SEO, but it comes within the the, you can say, the evolutions of our own selves. Like when I said evolutions is like whenever there is a need, there is a phase, there is a need, there is a need, there is a phase. So that's why I came into the picture of SEO. Earlier when I was into the consulting, there I know the product and process the more. But when I came into the content writing field, starting from the podcasting, everything comes between you have to be visible, you have
Okay,
to show yourself, and that makes me more curious. How can I show my presentations? How can I be available to all? And that makes me take a deep dive into the field of SEO, because nowadays it's a GEO and all other terms which are in the practice. But earlier there was only one SEO, and you have to know how to be present with that words, with that specific niches that the people wants to search within your domain. So that way I came into the picture of a content, and then content brings me to the SEO field. So no, I am not that much pro into the SEO, but I know how to showcase my own visibility with the right keywords, and that makes me very much expert, you can say, in the getting those words out of the product or system that makes you visible. So that is the story of my coming into the profession of SEO, into the field of a content writing and showing your brand visibility with the help of right keywords.
got it. And I'm sure I've seen your LinkedIn profile, right? So it's a great testament to what you just spoke. I mean, beyond being a great storyteller,
Yeah.
how do you also ensure it reaches the audience it's meant to, a larger audience?
Yes,
Uh,
correct, correct.
Shweta, so after hearing Sonal's path, I'm just curious because you are on the complete other end of the spectrum, right? So, what does career growth look like? From your seat, with all the systems, the strategy in place, and with other external factors that are beyond your control, with AI mode coming, AI overviews coming, and then visibility on LLMs. At the agency side, how do you navigate this?
Okay, so firstly, I would like to start from where I started. I come from marketing background, then move into entrepreneurship, then move into academia, and then digital marketing. So we
Right.
moved to digital marketing in 2022 when I moved to UK, and when I moved here, I realized I had my core skills. I am an MBA assistant professor, but that don't work here. The job market is completely different here, so I started learning on digital marketing, paid, unpaid courses, internships, and during those phase, I started in. I'm so sorry. And during that phase, I kind of fell in love with SEO because it resonates with my personality. I am more of an organized person. I love planning. I love things, keeping things together, and most important, research work. So I do a lot of research work that somehow organically came to me when I was working for SEO, when I was working for in depth keyword research, competitor analysis, creating the content, and pitching it and providing it to the user. So that transition from starting from SEO And now into AI, we are not just doing SEO now, we are doing GEO and AEO. And
Yes.
with AI, we are not doing it with ourselves. We are using AI agents to do that. We are building workflows that help us in doing that. We are doing deep research using ChatGPT or Claude that help us get things done that we used to do that used to take 15 to 20 days. Now we are doing in just couple of minutes. So the transition that I have learned from basic SEO to being into an AI world and doing SEO with AI, it's, I would say, it's like a 360-degree turnover for me.
Interesting. Yeah. What you just spoke about shows how adaptable you are, clued in on what's happening around you, while making everything relevant. Perfect. Yeah.
Thank you.
Maria, as a coach, I would like to hear your perspective. I mean, how do you ensure other people, particularly women, if you've coached them, take ownership of their direction rather than waiting for opportunities?
Beautiful question. Um, so sometimes opportunities just sit in front of us and we can't see them. uh,
Beautifully put.
and um, I first what I do as a coach is to really understand the person I have in front of me. I want to know uh, what is holding them back, to listen to themselves, to feel what they're feeling, because I really have to understand the person has to connect with herself. So the woman in SEO has to connect with herself to understand herself. Um,
Yeah.
and you can't change other people. You can't just blame the economy, the wars, or whatever, or the uncertainty right now, the job market that is really changing. We all struggle for sure, uh, but when we understand and we sit with our emotions and we are open to understand them better, then we feel also more relieved and more at ease. We breathe because we're working where everything's going so fast, we can't even breathe. So we have to connect with our body as well, not only with our emotions, yeah, but with our body. Whew, breathe out. And then when you're more relaxed, when you breathe out, when you take a break, when you have someone in front of you who listens to you, then you start being creative. You start seeing solutions within you. And this is much more powerful than having someone to tell you, just do this and this. Yeah, good luck. um, so this
True.
is what I do actually, and it's beautiful when the motivation comes from within. It's intrinsic motivation, and then people come with their own solutions. They're like, yeah, maybe I should try this thing. Yeah. Um, on the side, I also function as a mentor, yeah, and as a
Okay.
consultant. So there I can give my tips and the exact steps how to build your brand, etc. But I have different hats. And as a coach, I don't give any tips. It's really listening and let the person
Got
come
it.
out with their own solutions. And automatically they will gain so much confidence, because confidence is maybe a woman issue a little bit in society, and we have to dare to be bold and to stand out for ourselves, because you can have all the marketing tools, all the SEO, how to optimize this and this and this, but if you don't feel confident, if you don't have this
Beautiful.
energy
Yeah.
within you, then doesn't work.
And I
Makes
would like to
sense.
add one more thing to
That is
it.
the very,
We all women
very
are have, sorry, may I?
true answer and very to the point answer.
Makes sense. What Maria just said is, instead of being prescriptive, she's leading
Yes.
her mentees on a path of self-discovery so that you're motivated because you're finding the answers yourself.
Yeah.
Shweta, I'll give you a moment. Please go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, I would like to add one more thing, that as a woman, we are handling multiple things, and we kind of have that imposter syndrome that we cannot do this, we cannot do this. But this is what I have learned within my career. I have been part of mentorship where I was mentee, and I learned the skills that I haven't never learned in entire courses or any subjects, but from my mentors, that yes, you can do it. By just listening to me, they have given me immense confidence. And just one more thing I would like to add is, if someone is listening and they have that they cannot do it, I will tell you, please try once. Take that opportunity, go for it. You will get through it because you have done this. You have come so far and you will get through it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Sonal, you wanted to pitch in with some thought, I felt.
Yes, that Shweta says is absolutely true, and I will definitely not just support but push her with this thought only, that not nowadays, before these and that era, the woman is doing everything right. So here in the world of SEO, or in the world of the showing your own, you just have to push yourself with your unique voices. What
Yeah.
the people says and how you can do is what you can do is, but whatever you are doing it, just show. There is a no identification of any keywords, any geotags, or anything, whatever you are doing with yourselves. You just have to put up your words, your work inside, outside of the work people, and that makes you different from the world. If
Yeah.
you are
I
doing nothing
Couldn't
at
have
all,
been more
that
timely,
would make
Sonal,
sense.
if I may.
Yeah, sorry.
I said it couldn't have been more timely, especially with the amount of AI slop that we are seeing on LinkedIn, where there is no differentiation between, voice of X versus voice of Y. What you just said is be your authentic self. That would be my takeaway.
Yeah, that's two
Yes,
words that I will create a. I'm thinking to write a speech about that topic. So how to build authentic authorities or unique advantage, yeah, in times of uncertainty. Of course, learning AI for sure, but our best our best advantage right now is to really build our brand and being authentic. Not just having AI write so much thought leadership for ourselves, but really we have to understand. Okay, why would I choose to work with you and or to meet you? How different are you?
yes,
Exactly, authentic authority. Are only two words to say that.
yeah,
This is the
Yeah.
future. This is now, actually. Yeah.
right,
So now coming back to you. So you are
yeah,
a multimedia creator, right? So in
right.
your view, what is the difference between a personal brand and just being active on LinkedIn?
I think both are same. People can connect together, but other than the LinkedIn, if you just think over of the world, with the LinkedIn, we are showing all our platforms. Like many people are sharing their Insta stories in the different way. Many people are sharing. They are also live on the Twitter. They are also on the Reddit. So LinkedIn is the one platform, but yes, LinkedIn is the sole platform which can give you the exact clients whichever you wants to have on your plate. The
Okay.
reason behind is, on Insta there is a entertainment and info, both the things. While you are doing some kind of a business that needs some kinds of a clients. So if you are serving to the infotainment, that is the information and the entertainment, then definitely you will got it. But
Okay.
for the our businesses, for the work we are doing, we need people who are into the information or serving something to somebody, whether it's a D2C, B2B, or any kind of a client basis. So LinkedIn is the best medium in showing and showcasing your authentic. I will never name it as a brand because it's my own true self. So showing yourself to the people, that makes you more grounded level, more trustworthy person, as a person to have a work with or to want to work with. So that is my own way of working on the LinkedIn, and that is way of showing on my own self as a personal
Got
brand,
it.
or whatever you say.
Got it. What do you think, Maria and Shweta? Do you think probably participating as a panelist in this is an extension of your personal brand? I mean, do you invest in other assets? It could be digital, it could be offline. How do you go about building your personal brand? Maria, if you'd like to go
Wow.
first.
Uh, Good question. So, I mean, I see so many people, women in SEO, but also coaches that I also work with. They are active on LinkedIn, meaning they just write something, but without a strategy. So each post needs to have a goal and a call to action, and you need to know how to write. And so I really I 1 year ago I worked with a personal brand coach, and before that I was just um, improvising, and didn't have any strategy. I didn't have consistent content plan, etc. And with the coach, I put the foundation, and this is different. But to answer your question. A personal brand, I always say we talk about online, LinkedIn, Instagram, your website. Everything has to be aligned and consistent online, but also offline. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it
Absolutely. Couldn't
means,
agree more. Yes.
because now with AI, it's about brand sentiment, brand reputation, not just how do you um, present yourself online or offline when you go to a networking event, for example.
Right.
Um,
Right.
but not just networking events with colleagues. You have to be very have integrity in what you write and who you are, not just what you're wearing and how you talk. It has to be aligned. You have to walk the talk. Yeah, and I I believe uh, not just you have to know how to present yourself online and offline, but other people have to know exactly how to introduce you. So what you do before coming to this panel, how may I introduce you? I even I heard my husband talk about me like, yeah, my wife is doing this digital marketing. I'm like, hey, no, this is not how you present me. uh, no, it's not clear. So he said, give me just in one sentence or two maximum, we have to tell people how to present ourselves. And now we have to create an entity, yeah, around our brand. And it has to be aligned. And other people, when they tag us on LinkedIn or something, it has, you have to use the right keywords, right? And the right feeling and or energy that we transmit, yeah, online and offline. So, and this is what I want to teach people how to do.
Great, great.
Yes.
I don't think you could have said what you said better than that. My only
Yeah.
takeaway, the way you said it is, uh, it's an elevator pitch where you are the product and
Mm,
somebody else, if introduces, it has to
yeah.
align with the image that you have in your mind. So if you're a
Yes.
coach, you would have been happier if your husband introduced you as a coach
Mhm.
rather than a digital marketer. Perfect. Yes. Shweta would like to hear your take on this.
Well, for me, it's all about connecting with people, and not just your audience, but other stakeholders as well. So, for me, when I'm here, I'm just talking with my peers, my stakeholders, getting more insights. When I'm on LinkedIn, I'm doing the same. I'm just learning and then resharing what I have learned. Or from other person, I'm just reposting what I have learned from them and reposting on my profile. So it all comes organically to me. And when it comes to creating a brand or entity, I would say if someone talks about Shweta Gupta, they will talk about, okay, yes, she is into marketing, she is into SEO, she is into AI content, and that comes from, might be I'm talking here, might be I'm on present on LinkedIn or any other platform. So that's how I am building my personality as a
Okay.
brand. Yes.
Okay, so this is very interesting because what I got to hear from the three of you are very three different perspectives, right? You're being more present in the channel that serves the purpose, Shweta. Whereas Sonal, you said most of the online perception of a person or the personal brand is native to LinkedIn from your perspective
Yes.
and creating an authentic self. While Maria, you said, so Sonal, you also meant that niching down does not necessarily mean closing doors. It just makes the
Yes.
right doors easier to find in your case, right? That's
Yeah.
your perspective because that's
Yes.
worked, right? And
Yeah.
Maria, in your case, like I said, you are the product and you want the same version of the product to be described no matter who talks about it, whether it is you or whether it is somebody else, right? If Facebook was meant to build, create connections between people around the world, and everybody perceives us that way, that's very similar to how you would, somebody would talk about you as well,
Mm-hmm.
right? All right. Uh, that's interesting. Right. So naturally, there's no right or wrong in this, just different perspectives and a lot of good
Yes.
takeaways as to how you'd go about doing it. Only thing is, how can you be more intentional about building this personal brand in the channel that you choose or in the medium that you're present is what we'll have to be cognizant about. Right.
Yeah.
All right. Moving
True.
on. So, Maria, what I'm curious to know is, have you ever pulled back from public visibility? And if you did, what did that cost you or teach you?
When I became a mother 2 years ago, I was not
Okay,
active. I
that's
didn't have
something that universally connects all of us, I guess.
yeah. Um, then I didn't plan like for 6 months, like a
Yes.
automatic post. I didn't
Yes.
do that. Um,
Okay,
so, or when I need a break,
okay,
so I can be continuous, but I always come back. So
okay.
it's okay to take a break, to not be so perfect and post 4 times a week or whatever. I always say, start if you're just starting out, start with 1 time per week. Try to make it consistent, but not just randomly. Have a strategy, but don't prepare your strategy for 6 months. I mean,
Okay.
you know, just
Action is better than planning all the time.
yeah, take a paper and pen is the best because we drive ourselves crazy with the LLMs, you know.
Right.
So I think the best, and that's what I'm learning now in this weekend, to write a speech from the heart a little bit, and
Got
not
it.
um, having a narrow view on
Okay.
what we can on the stories we can tell. Yeah.
Sure.
So take a paper and pen, um, write down the people you want to work with, what how you can help them, what is your goal, why is it really touching you, yeah,
Got it.
why is this topic so important to you, but to them as well, how what is the message you want to bring, so this is like
Okay.
important things to know. um, yeah, so that's I want what I want to say. Mm,
Got
is
it. Brilliant. I
is
mean,
you
yeah.
it's always to take a moment, and it's okay to that it changes, you know. So right now you can have like one target audience and a strategy, but now I just did a pivot again, so I'm also always pivoting, and that's
Yeah.
okay. You just have to
Yeah.
think now, who yeah, who is the people that you can serve the best, and it has to be about that, about serving, helping, and that's and pulling back is okay, but then it's important to have like a new clarity and come back.
Sure.
So this is when I pulled back. I don't know what your experiences are, but sometimes we need time to think, or we need a break,
Okay.
and then. But I another question was also, um, since when personal branding, we know that it's important from the beginning. Since the beginning of LinkedIn, I knew, since 2011 I knew that it
Right.
was important, and it will become more huge. So I always come back to that because I know how
True.
important it is. Other people are not always aware, and I want to make them aware how important it is to have a strategy, you
Okay.
know. Yeah.
Shweta, let me pick on the thread that Maria said, right? So, interestingly, she spoke about brief periods of time where she was not. What she was essentially saying is you don't plan to be always on because life gets in the way. And I'm sure you've had moments where you've had to withdraw from being visible all the time. Life does throw its curveballs. If you were to go about redoing the faces when you pulled back from your visibility, would you do it differently? I mean, would you be more intentional about it, have systems, because you are a pretty organized person, right? That's what you said. How would you go about it with the understanding of the benefits that you get from being visible or consciously building a brand now?
Well, when it comes to pulling back, I always try to create a balance. I do not ghost people, and I do not ghost myself as well when it comes to when it comes to be there for the people. So
Okay,
I try to create a balance when my audience, my people, my peers require me.
okay,
I am available for them, and when it
okay,
comes to giving myself a break when which is very much required, I go deep down and then do my research, what's going on, why do I'm here. I do my analysis basically, and then I
okay,
come back and create a new, I would say, portfolio for myself. So
okay.
that's how I create a balance, but I never ghost people.
Okay. What's your system of handling this, Sonal? Because how do you balance, given that LinkedIn is your
Here,
primary focus area for building your brand? Do you have a system of it? Like more, I'm getting into the tactical side of things, right? Do you schedule
here
your
I would
posts?
like.
Are you being
No,
intentional?
no,
This is
no.
the perception I want people to have about me, or is it always your authentic self?
Here I would like to tell you the story. It will not take a
Yes,
much of
please.
time, but it's a
Sure,
really,
sure, please.
yeah. So
Stories are
yes,
always good, so please
yes.
share.
Earlier, I used to, schedule all my posts at least once
Okay.
in a week. So whenever I am busy with some work or a kind of a, the hectic client schedules and all, so my post used to go live on time and everything. Now,
Okay.
one day, what happened is it was somewhere around my Tuesday or Wednesday post. It was
Okay.
all about the good things happened in a life, motivations and everything. But hour was the post live, something bad happens to our family.
Oh,
So
okay.
the whatever the
Oh,
comment generated on that post, it was all good. It was all
okay.
good, but nothing true to my current self, which I was suffering and having all that things. From that day to the whole, whatever the schedules and whatever the post was going live, I was not able to put on the comments because there is everything was a blank. Nothing I can put of my words into that post, comments, or
Got it.
anything which I was suffering through, going through. So from that week, I decided if I'm putting myself through people who are always, behind waiting for my post. So this is not my true self. But the current true self is suffering from something else, and which is showing up that is something else. So from that week onwards, I had pulled all my strategy back for myself. If I'm in a writer's block, I will not write. If I am suffering from something else, I will not write. If something is actually going on, I will write about that self. And so that makes me more authentic, more true to myself. And that may, connected not just to my post, but it connected to each and every comments that come from. And that makes, my visibility more present oriented and not just the schedule oriented. So this is the way I put on my thoughts on a LinkedIn. Whatever the conversations happens in every, I try to make it easy for the people to understand in the form of they are doing the work, whether it's in any of the domains. I make the things in conversations in line with my family, so the peoples can directly connect it, and the way I feel, I can put on the words. So that makes me, more presentable and more true to the self. So whatever the people ask, whenever the people ask, suggest be current. There will not give you any time the writer block, or you will not be packed up with anything that makes you, stop to not to write. But if you are always in the current situations, that will gives you more topic, more ideas to explore, and more current version of yourself. So
Got
people
it.
can also connect, and you can also be connected anytime. So
Okay.
nowadays, if my posts are not schedules, but I know what I want to write today and what I want to, and if
Okay.
not, then also I'm happy. If I've written the post, also I'm happy. Yes.
Sure. Thank you for sharing that anecdote, Sonal. It was personal and it's relatable, but it also brings up a very interesting perspective, right? That is there a real delineation between your personal lives and your public life? I mean, do you want them to intersect at any point of time, or do you want, the public version of yourself to stay that way? Um, and yeah, but that's something for us to ponder about, right? At this point, I'll also like to take a question from the audience. So the question is, are you a people pleaser or ready to take a stance and drive your point? Which is whoever, I'm leaving the floor open, whoever wants to take this question.
I Yeah, you can start.
Is it going to be Maria or is it Rishita?
No, no, Maria, you tell us. I'm happy.
Okay. Yeah, it's a special question. But if we connect it to the topic of today, um, I think we have to learn to
See, we call it as a
to stick
personal
to stick
brand,
to the,
right?
yeah,
I'm so
yeah, yeah.
sorry to
So
interrupt
drive
your
your point.
thought.
I think we should drive our point. We should we should know what we stand for. We should be able to communicate it without being afraid of what our boss might say. Like when I started on LinkedIn, it was like, what will they say at work? And in the beginning, when you come back, you have like a 9 to 5 and you start your business or you start your brand. You have to think of only the people you want to serve, because on LinkedIn there are many more people, and you don't have to please your whole network. Yeah, and not everybody has to agree with what you post. It's important to have a strong opinion, uh, claims about your topic. And that's how I connected with personal branding as well. You have to stay authentic. You have to share your beliefs. You have to bust beliefs as well. And that's how I connected now with this question. Um, what about you?
Can I take on this?
Please go ahead. Yes.
Okay, so I'm a big people pleaser. I would like to share. I go with things, okay, let's go with the flow, what other people are saying. And during that course of time, I try to be more friendly, more empathetic with the people, connect with them, why what they are saying, why they are saying, and then connecting the dot. I try to keep my point as well. And when I'm keeping my point as well, they try to understand what I'm saying. So in the end, I would say it's a win-win situation for both. We both win. I share my point, and again I get the perspective of other people as well. So that's how I kind of work. You can call it diplomatic, but that's how I work. Yeah.
So, if there is a conflicting point of view, how do you handle that? Because
Um,
naturally, when you have a room full of people, as would happen in a team, and especially in marketing, there can be conflicting points of view for any campaign, any approach that you take. So, in that case, how do you go about it?
I share my point of view, what I am sharing, what is my expertise on that role, what why I am sharing those points, and I try
Okay.
to prove myself with the research and data that I'm backed with.
Okay. So, backed by data, and Maria, yours was also similar, being assertive.
I was talking about a personal brand on LinkedIn. I think
Right.
Shweta connected more with being a leader and
Right.
leading a team eventually. That's a different setting.
Right. That's a
Um,
different style. Yes, of
um,
course.
so, and it's your audience, or it's part of a you're part of a team. So that's different, because but imagine you have to talk in front of a big room and there is your team, but there are also other teams that have nothing to do with you. That's what I mean. So you so imagine that the very big room, like mm, imagine a football stadium, a very big, or a concert arena. Um, you have like I don't know, like 30% or 20% of that whole arena is your target audience, and those people you
Okay, got it.
is
We have
practice about
one more
yourself.
question.
That's yeah.
I get what you're saying. The extension of my question to Shweta originated from this, that
Ah,
as a person I don't see anybody being very different in their, in how they would operate in a room full of people versus if the discussion, or you're building a brand and if a discussion was happening, let's say, on LinkedIn,
mm,
right? So when there are different points of view, where do you draw the line, right? Are you ready to take a stance? Because that conflicting opinion can come even there, right? So you're building a
Yes.
personal brand, even if it is, let's say, just commenting on somebody else's post on LinkedIn, right, where there are different points of view. So would you still stay true to yourself, or would you go with what the consensus is? So that is where, but it was an extension of the offline as well, because that's more easier, because how you behave in a room full of people is not going to be very different than how you extend yourself in the public forum. All right.
Yes,
So
I would
having
like to
said,
share one thing with this.
please, yes,
May
go
I?
ahead.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Everyone says on LinkedIn SEO is dead.
Mm-hmm.
What my theory is, SEO is not dead. SEO brings and builds a foundation for GEO or AEO. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, if your website is not optimized, you don't have good domain authority, not backlinks, your
Okay,
content won't rank on LLM models. That is what I have learned. I have
okay,
done my research work and I have seen the content that is ranking on LLM models. They have their good SEO and their fundamentals are clear. So
got it.
from a women's perspective, I can say if your skincare is not done, your makeup won't glow. Similarly, if your SEO is not done correctly, GEO and AEO won't work for you.
Okay, so you stand by
Yes.
what you believe in. Perfect.
Yes.
At this point, let's take a question from Anirudh. Anirudh has a question. He asks how to differentiate ourselves from others, because everyone is posting, everyone has a portfolio, right? So, what are some unique ways to position ourselves? I would like one unique way from each one of you, if you can. Let's start with Sonal.
Yeah, sure.
One unique way to position ourselves.
Just to reply Anirudh's own question, I would like to say, Anirudh, whatever the life you are living, else somebody is also living the same life. Maybe yes, maybe no. But the way you are living will not be lived by anyone else. So everyone has the same thought process. Maybe everyone has the same work life. Everyone may have the same work way or work practices, but the way you see that practices, that work is different. So the thought process, the topics, the work, everything is similar all around the globe, whenever wherever you go, but the way you are doing is different. So whenever you are putting up something, there is always a different POV, your point of value, that makes you different. Everything else will remain same, but just POV will be different. So always remember these whenever you want to post or whenever you want to showcase your work portfolio. So build around your POV, not what somebody else wants to have it. So
So
that
what
is
you're
my
saying
own
is,
choices.
okay, so what you're saying is the medium that you post on, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's a portfolio on a website, that does not matter. Content is the true king, and that
Yeah.
uniqueness has to come from Anirudh's lived-in experiences. Perfect.
Yes,
Maria,
yes,
your take,
yeah.
your one unique way Anirudh can position himself.
mm. So yeah, I would also may say something similar, but your unique lived experiences, um, with special, I mean, with stories about yourself, for example, or a story about a client that you showcase and you use it as a proof, shows how you brought a person or an organization from A to B, um, um, how they experienced working with you. Um, so the experience, but also the full package of who you are as a person, as a story, and a person, this package together with the personal mission and this is like the
Maria, we're having difficulty hearing you. Is it the same with others? Are you able
Yes.
to hear Maria?
No.
Okay.
Yes. No.
Okay. Maria, would you like to speak?
So what was the question? I didn't understand.
No, no, we had trouble listening to what you were saying.
Ah,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
okay.
All right. Now,
Um,
now it's all good.
okay. So I mean, the unique way is to get to create a unique package of yourself with uh, your not just your experiences and your expertise, but also your own energy, the experience, the feeling that people have when they are with you, when they're working with you. This is one thing, and the transformation, the experience that you create with concrete results, with concrete outcomes. So this is like something special that you can showcase about yourself. What but there's different elements in there. So
Okay.
um, you need to show authority. You need to give some proof. You need to a little story or an anecdote about yourself or about somebody else. Um, you have to bring your own personality culture as well. So you can use different languages, an accent. It's totally fine. That makes it's also part of you. I have a French accent in all the languages, for example, and I can use my uniqueness, who we are when we are with friends and family, or like quirky sides. We can use it also in a professional setting, and and because we want to attract people who not just know us, like us, and trust. Yeah, so it's not just about trusting, it's about also liking, and not everybody has to like us. So we have to also be able to choose also what part of our personality we want to add and bring into our personal brand, in our portfolio. So what are these little things that you want to make public and show um, authentically? And this is like how people will connect. So this is often like that. Why look very far when you have like a group of warm people very close to you who are who are fans of you. They like you, they
Sure.
trust you, and they want to work with you. They're very close, and they want to work with you because you are you. But because
Perfect.
there are other experts who offer the same, maybe, or something similar, but they feel comfortable with you. And that's why
Sure.
they choose you. And they have fun also. We need to have fun, and that's important.
Perfect. So, Anirudh, if I were to condense what Maria just said, it is apply the EEAT principles that you'd apply to content to yourself. Be an
Exactly.
expert, be trustworthy, be authoritative in what you do. The more helpful you are offline, you're also creating a personal brand for yourself in the process. Brilliant. All right. Shweta, your take, please.
I would like to add, I totally agree with Maria, and everyone has a different personality, and every brand is also different. And when you are building a brand, you add your personality to that brand. So your brand is an extension of your personality, and you are creating a content, do it in your voice, your tone, and add those anecdotes, the experiences that you had while building building your brand will definitely make you different and attract your kind of vibe and your kind of audience.
Yeah.
Sure.
I have a concrete
Since
example of how I added something very small to my brand is a sunshine. After my name on LinkedIn, I put
yes, I
like
did
a
see
sun
that. Yes.
because it's not because I invented it. I'm like, oh, let's put a sun. No, it's not coming from me. It's coming from feedback of people. You have
Got it.
energy, passion, and
Yeah.
so that's why I thought, okay, I put the sun, and people will associate me with the sun. So when I say best
Oh,
regards.
that profile with a with a sunshine next to
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, but also I finish my emails or my messages with the sun, like a big hug or sunny greetings. The
Got
sun,
it. So there
sunshine
is a
to my
consistency
brand.
across all your pieces of communication.
Yes.
Got it. Um, since Anirudh brought this up, I'm just curious, right? So, is personal branding in SEO or in general, is it harder for women than it is for men? If you think why or why not? Shweta, can we get started with you?
Okay, so I started my career in SEO in 2022, and yes, I feel myself very fortunate that I'm associated with Women in Tech SEO community, and they have supported me in immense ways, not just making me like giving me opportunities, but also providing mentorship that has made the person I am.
Okay.
So being part of the communities, the peers that have similar mindset is very important. And when it comes to men and women, I do not want to take on that. I don't want to go on that level. So yes,
Okay.
but what I have learned so far, just be associated with your kind of people, your
Okay.
peers, and it's very important and it's very helpful.
Okay. Sonal, what do you think?
For me, there is no difference at all. I think with or without
Okay.
SEO, the woman get noticed everywhere. Now the time for the woman. So
All right.
whether whether you say it or not, it will show off. Yes.
Okay. How about you, Maria?
Yeah. So the SEO community is more male dominated. So we all know that. We are seeing more women. That's great. Um, and I don't know if all men feel more comfortable with their personal brand. There are some men who also don't know, and they don't know how to position themselves, or they don't know how to articulate it very with lots of confidence. So also many men need help with that. So it's not only women. Um, so of course I am also in a Woman in Tech SEO, and it's an amazing community. Um, but it's true that so we are like supporting each other, but men they don't build those circles,
Okay.
and maybe one day they will build for them as well. That would
Okay.
be nice.
All right. Now, this is a question that's pretty close to my heart, and I'm sure this will resonate with a lot of people, right? So, if someone is 5 years in, it could be anything, SEO, anywhere, any career path you've chosen, right? And they're feeling stuck. What should they do differently starting tomorrow?
Can I take on this?
Please go ahead. Yes.
Okay, so if this is what I have learned from my career, I started my career at 35 from scratch, from an intern, coming from a good background. So this is what I have learned: be open, be open for learning, unlearning, and relearning. Connect with your peers if you are stuck somewhere, not just with your seniors, but with your juniors as well. And because you don't need a solution, you need to see things from a different perspective, different angle that comes from a different person. So networking, connectivity goes a long way for me.
So you're saying that who you know matters much more than skill, and that applies across industries. Would that
Because
be right?
sometimes you don't need just a simple solution, you need
Right.
to see things from a different angle. And
Okay.
these days, these Gen Z, they work very differently for what we used to work, and
Okay.
getting things, getting ideas from them is very refreshing.
Okay. Great. Maria, what's your perspective on this? How do you pivot? Would you advise somebody to
Yeah,
pivot?
I agree with Shweta. Um, Being mentored, surround yourself with the right people, people who were already in your shoes, people who are experiencing the same right now. Um, um, but also um, get out of the routine. And I would say also that this is my coach perspective. You learn from other people, but also sometimes you have to get out of your house,
Okay.
travel, move, and then new ideas will come when you do sports as well. This happens when we
Right.
go for a walk. But also, I would also recommend sometimes to also recharge your batteries first. So often is the case, we are overwhelmed, we're close to burnout, and then it's easy to be stuck. Yeah. So I think I would say recharge yourself when you first, I would say as a first step, and then look out, go out to people. First, you can stay at home and be in bed for 1 2 days, sleep, go out nature, do sports, eat well, and then go out, learn from other people, study things, and and in that journey you can always work with a coach,
Okay.
because then it can also make you see things differently, as I said before,
Okay.
coming from within. Yeah, so it's a nice combination to do this work with the coach. You also need energy for that, uh, and so this is something you can do in parallel of going out and being inspired by other people and listening to other people. Yeah.
Okay. Sonal, since you've transitioned from, you've picked up fractional work, you've worked on either sides, do you share the same perspective or are your views slightly different on this?
I will totally agree with the Sweta and Maria. Both her POVs are totally agreed upon. And if you want to start, just start it. Do not wait for the personal branding. Do not wait for the website to have or anywhere the presence to be have. You just have to be ready with your mindset. Everything else will falls into the place. So that's the thing only I want to add. All other things will remain the same.
Okay. Wonderful. So that pretty much brings up
Ah,
to wrap up
I
the
want to add
discussion.
one little
Go ahead.
thing.
Please,
Um,
yes.
so as soon as you have listened to yourself, you have been networking, etc., start taking action and have an accountability buddy, or more of them, and
That's a
start
brilliant
taking
one.
small actions. It will boost your confidence. It will de-stuck you in a way. It will make you have more energy to continue. But taking small actions and then seeing, adapting a little bit your LinkedIn one day and then another day, talk to a new person, interview someone. So step by step, and this will allow you to see all the opportunities in front of you.
So, any pro tip way to find this accountability buddy?
Connect with your peers, connect with your
Connect with. Yes.
communities that are into the industries.
And
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
coaches as well, or accountability buddies, because we work on
Okay.
action plans as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, real baby steps, right? And how do
Yeah.
you
Definitely.
propose somebody does that? Do you advise people to just put it out on LinkedIn saying, I'm looking for this, seeking help, seeking advice? How do you propose somebody does that? What is the actionable step?
I
I
would
think that
say,
won't work directly.
connect.
Yes, Sweta, you go ahead.
Sorry. Okay, thank you.
No, no,
I
you
would
go
say
ahead. Yeah.
connect. Yeah, I will say to the person that connect to the person, go on LinkedIn, take that baby step. If you're having that imposter syndrome that you cannot do it, take that opportunity, go for it, and you will kill it.
Good words of encouragement. Thank you, guys. I'll end with a shout out to all of these three incredible women with some amazing advice, right? That I'm sure whoever has been listening in, or even if you play a replay of it, you'll have actionable steps to build your personal brand, right? So Please, all of them, all three of them, Sonal, Shweta, and Maria, are active on LinkedIn. Connect with them. If you're specifically looking for, if you're an organization, founder, or professional looking to build your personal brand through storytelling, please reach out to Sonal. She
Thank
does
you.
thought leadership, ghostwriting, and also works on your content strategy, right? And if you also want your ideas to stand out on
Yeah.
LinkedIn, she's a person to talk to. It was a
Thank you.
delight for me just before I got onto this, reading her stories with, stories between her and her kid, right? So,
Yeah.
uh,
Thank you
connect
so
with
much. Wonderful shout out for my own. And this is, just showcasing the word, but showcasing my own self on the LinkedIn. So thank you for putting out the great words for me. Thank you.
Thank you. And do connect with Shweta on LinkedIn. She loves talking about building workflows that solve real user problems and help brands rank across LLM platforms, right? So if you're struggling with visibility or not sure how to measure where you are visible, if you're visible as a brand, or if you're not visible, what are the actionable steps that you need to take, to reach out to her and her agency. And finally, Maria, she's opening 3 spots for women in the SEO community to build a high signal career portfolio, right? So all these nuggets of wisdom that we just heard her talk about, right? Accountability buddy. And Maria, I forgot what was the other one. You had a brilliant term on authority that you spoke about a while ago. Unique, when we were talking about the unique, authentic
Authentic
self.
authority. Yes.
Yes, yes. So all these nuggets of wisdom will come your way. She's gracious enough to open up 3 spots, so please do reach out to her. And finally, a big thank you to Malar and Path for bringing us all of us together. It's a great platform and very thoughtful and generous of you to take out your time out of your schedule to put together this. And
Yeah.
Thank you
finally,
so much
thanks
for
everyone.
having us. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
Yeah.
so
Thank
much.
Lakshmi,
you.
especially you for having us and being the moderator,
Yes.
amazing moderator for us.
Yes. Amazing
And I would
moderator.
like
Yeah.
to learn few things about you as well. We have talked a lot about from all of us perspective. I just would like to learn from your perspective as well. What's your take on it?
It's been honestly really good listening from all of you, and you all have a better personal brand on LinkedIn than I do. But yes, having said that, please feel free, go check out my LinkedIn. I'm currently building 2 AI companies. One is called Chocochip, and the other one is called Talk to Emmy. So Emmy is a mental
Interesting.
health product, and Chocochip is helping people discover where to eat and what to eat.
Wow, that's
Wow.
interesting.
Very interesting. Yeah.
All
Yes.
right.
Sure. We would
Thank
love
you.
to know.
Thank you,
Yeah.
folks.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye.
Shweta and
Thank you,
Bye bye.
everyone. Goodbye.